Hello, howdy, and welcome to Twangmeister Studios. I'm Dan Wesley, and I've popped along today to make a little impromptu video demonstrating how I go about recording backing vocals or harmony vocals for my clients. And it's a video I've been thinking about making for quite a while. The reason I'm doing it today is because of the song that I've just started working on today. I thought it would be a fine specimen to demonstrate my process. I'm currently producing an album for an Australian singer. It's a gospel album, and a lot of this is like classic old gospel stuff. And the song in question today is a song that I'm very familiar with. I've known this since I was a child. My dad had all four of Elvis's gospel albums, and this song was on one of them, so I knew all those songs back to front, off by heart, inside out, since being a child. So very familiar with this song. And so far, all I've done today is I have recorded just one strumming acoustic guitar track. Now, I would never normally record backing vocals this early on in the production process. Normally I wouldn't put vocals down until I'd at least got the lead vocal. We'd be much further on in the process. However, the reason why this is going to work today is, one, because the artist in question has asked for this. She would like these backing vocals to be down before she records her lead vocal. And the reason why that is possible is because they are not harmonies. So they're not harmonizing with the lead vocal. They are their separate thing. You'll notice once we get into it, they're kind of doing their own thing in between the lines of the lead vocal. So we can record these straight away. And also I shall be doing this as a way to demonstrate to another guy who's going to come in and sing as well, because if you know your Elvis stuff, you'll know that he always favoured a gospel quartet as his backing singers. First half of his career he had the Jordanaires, and then when he came back for his live shows in the 70s, he had the Stamps and the Imperials, and they were all gospel quartets. So that was the sound he liked in the background, and that's the sound we're going to have here. So what I'm going to record is a basic, fairly straight, simple 3-part harmony, and then add a bass guy. Now, my bass singing isn't particularly good because I get quite weak down there. I've got a guy who can reach deeper than I can, and so I will send him what I do today, and he will replace my terrible efforts at the bass vocal. But the rest of it will probably be what you hear now, will be what will be on the record, I expect, unless I mess it up. So let me show you my process, and the way to get started on this is for you to come over with me to the Joanna. Okay, so here we are. This song it's a song called If We Never Meet Again, and it's in the key of G. Now my harmonies, my 3-part harmony singing, nice and easily, straightforward for me. They all 3 parts begin on the 1, 3 and the 5 of the tonic, which is the key that we're in. We're in the key of G. And basically this, let me just play you all 3 parts together. It will go like this. Etc, etc. That's half of it anyway. So what I do when I start, when I work out what my harmonies are going to be, I come to the piano and I visualize exactly what you're seeing here. That is what I have in my mind's eye when I'm actually stood at the microphone. I don't read musical notation. Instead, what I do is I work all this out first of all, and that's all memorized in my head. And when I'm up there singing, I can actually see the keys of the piano and where I'm supposed to go. Okay, so for example, the middle harmony. When I record a 3-part harmony, for example, I will always start with the middle part. That way it's easy then to add the one above it and the one below it afterwards. So I know that my middle harmony is going to start on the 3 of the G chord. So I know that's the one, so the 3 is there, which means I know this is where I start and this is the part. Now, obviously, I sped that up considerably for you there, but that's all in my head. All those little moves are in my head. And the fact that I know where the starting note is, I can hear that in my head. So when I get up there, I will know, let's say, that the high part starts on the 5 of the chord. So I know this is the chord, so I know 1, 3, 5, this is where I start, etc. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Let's head over to the vocal booth and get cracking. Okay, so as you can see, in the vocal booth, I have set up a tablet here with my Studio One remote, which means I can control everything I'm doing right from here. I don't have to wander backwards and forwards between here and the desk. I can arm and disarm all the various tracks, control all the levels, the pans, whatever it is that I need to do. I can do it all here. Streamlines. It does streamline it, doesn't it? It streamlines the process. I think that's probably what I was meant to say. Anyway, so, as you remember, I said I was going to do 3-part harmony section and then add a bass part later. So I've set myself up 4 tracks here, BV1, BV2, BV3 and BV4. And so 2, 3 and 4 are going to be those 3-part harmonies, and then 1 will be the bass part that I'll add afterwards. And so what this means is I'm going to arm BV3, because that is going to be the centre of my 3 harmonies. And as I mentioned earlier, I like to do the centre one first before I record the other 2 parts. Now, this particular song, these harmonies, these backing vocals take place in the chorus, although it's kind of like a chorus followed by a bridge. That's what it sounds like to me anyway. And that happens twice in the song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record one of these chorus bridges and then just copy and paste to the other because it's exactly the same. And I'm going to record them. I've positioned myself here ahead of the second chorus because I have a chorus, a bridge, and then we have a tagline where we repeat the last line and slow down at the end. So if I record this chorus, bridge, tag, and then I can copy the chorus and bridge to the first chorus and bridge. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get me? Okay, so let's do this. Now, as you remember, the middle part of my harmony starts on the 3 of that G chord. So if I just hit play, we can listen to what that G chord is. Okay. So there's the G, that means here's the 3. So this is my first note. So let's have a go. Never meet this side of heaven, struggle through world and its strife, meeting place somewhere in heaven by the side, river of life, roses bloom ever and ever, separation come nevermore, never meet this side of heaven, meet you on beautiful shore, meet you on beautiful shore. Okay, so there's our first part. So let's just have a play and have a listen to it. Never meet this side of heaven. Okay, so I've put down the first vocal. Now what I like to do when harmonising to tracks, vocals that are already there, and this goes also for when I harmonise to a lead vocal that I may already have, I like to pan them fully wide, left and right, because I like my voice, my live voice, to be right down the centre of my head when I'm listening in my headphones, and the parts that I'm harmonising to, I pan them fully left and right. That allows me to hear them really clearly because I can turn them up enough so that I can really concentrate on making sure that I am blending with them, but they're not intruding on my vocal because they're in a separate area, if you know what I mean. So first of all, I'm going to pan this vocal. Let's do it all the way left, shall we? Never meet. Okay, so if you're listening on headphones or on a nice pair of stereo speakers, you will hear exactly what I'm talking about here. If you're just listening to this on your phone, you probably won't get the benefit of this. But there you go. That's your choice, and you've got to live with it. So I have panned my previous vocal to the left. I'm ready to sing my next part. I'm going to sing the higher vocal now, which, as I'm sure you remember, starts on the 5 of that G chord. So there's the G, 1, 3, 5. So that is my first note. So let's sing the high part. Never meet. Never meet. Now, what would be really good would be, and this is, I can do all this from here. I'm going to hit undo because I've accidentally just recorded over what I already did. I forgot to disarm track 3 and arm number 4 instead. Hopefully this time all will be well. Never meet this side of heaven, struggle through world and its strife, meeting place somewhere in heaven by the side, river of life, roses bloom ever and ever, separation come nevermore, never meet this side of heaven, meet you on beautiful shore, meet you on beautiful shore. Okay. Okay, indeed. Right. So that's another one recorded. I now have the middle part. I now have the high part. So I'm going to disarm that track so we don't accidentally record over it. And I'm going to pan that one all the way to the right. So I now have one vocal in my left ear, one in my right ear. My voice is down the centre, ready to record the lower of those 3 harmonies. So I'm going to arm BV2. And this one, you remembered, you're with me, you know what's coming now, don't you? We are beginning this part on the root note of the chord, which is a G, which is right there. So here we go. Oh yeah, let's put ourselves back in the right place. That would always help. Never meet this side of heaven, struggle through world and its strife, meeting place somewhere in heaven, by the side, river of life, roses bloom, ever and ever, separation come nevermore, never meet this side of heaven, meet you on beautiful shore, meet you on beautiful shore. Okay. Okay, indeed. Right, so let's have a listen to that. And I'm going to leave that one panned in the centre just while we listen. So we're going to hear my lower part in the middle and the other two out left and right. Let's have a quick listen, see how they sound together. Never meet this side of heaven struck. Okay, that's fine. So finally, I need to add a bass part. So let's arm BV1. And this is kind of a make it up as you go along, the bass part. It doesn't have to, it's not necessarily going to be, it's not going to be, well, I know it isn't going to be a copy of one of those three. It's going to be, well, let's see what comes out, shall we? And what I'm going to do here, I am recording this bass part, not with a view of my version of it being on the record. I have a guy who can hit deeper notes than I can, who will come and do a better job of this because he's got a deeper voice. But I'm going to record this now so that I can send it to him so he can learn his part before he comes. I'm not going to hit record first because I just want to practice so that I know what I'm going to do. No, we're going to do like we're going to go way down. We're going to start on the root note, but an octave below where we were before. Never meet this side of heaven, struggle through world and its strife. So you hear me go, world and its strife. That's because that's what I want, even though I can't really reach those notes. But if I at least have a go, it will tell Dave, who's going to come and do replace this vocal. He'll tell him what I want, and he can hit those notes. World. So that's the lowest I'm going to go. World and its strife. You can see why I'm not the man for this job, but I'm the man to demo it for the man who is the man. Let's have another go. Never meet this side of heaven, struggle through world and its strife, meeting place somewhere in heaven, by the side, river of life, roses bloom, ever and ever. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Let's record one. Huh. How low can you go? Never meet this side of heaven, struggle through world and its strife, meeting place somewhere in heaven, by the side, river of life, roses bloom, ever and ever, separation come nevermore, never meet side of heaven, meet you on beautiful shore, meet you on beautiful shore. Okay. Well, that was fun. Yes. Anyway, if I was going to be the bass man on this track, I wouldn't have tried to get down that low. I would have probably, instead of doing struggle through world and its strife, I would probably have done struggle through world and its strife, something like that. Anyway, but I know the guy who's going to come and replace this can get down there, so that is why I demonstrated that. So why don't we, as a final finishing touch, just have a go at singing the lead vocal to this. And then you can get a final picture of how these backing vocals fit with the lead vocal. Okay? Let's do that. I'm going to hit record. Obviously, I'm not the lead vocalist on this song, but we're just doing this for a laugh. Are you ready? If we never meet again, this side of heaven, as we struggle through this world and its strife, there's another meeting place somewhere in heaven, by the side of the river of life, where the charming roses bloom forever and ever, and where separation comes no more. If we never meet again, this side of heaven, I will meet you on that beautiful shore. I'll meet you on that beautiful shore. Okay, have you had fun? I know I have. That's hopefully a little glimpse into my process when recording backing vocals. I hope it was vaguely interesting, and I'll see you in another video very soon.